Compliance Matters. Brought to you by Lenders Compliance Group.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Foxx, President and Managing Director of Lenders Compliance Group. I'd like to personally welcome you to Compliance Matters on the Mortgage News Network. Each week, we're going to show you exactly why compliance matters. Welcome to Compliance Matters. My name is Jonathan Foxx, President and Managing Director of Lenders Compliance Group. Today we will be discussing Part 2 of the two-part series on planning for TRID implementation. Last week we discussed the importance of identifying products and department responsibilities. Let's move forward with an understanding of two more steps needed in order to carefully and appropriately implement TRID implementation. The third and most important is identifying third parties. Most important simply because you are relying on third-party features to the actual implementation itself. Therefore, these are, for the most part, external to your operation and therefore can pose significant regulatory risks if not properly implemented and integrated into your overall TRID program. Third parties would be vendors, business partners, correspondent banks, secondary market partners, closing agents, settlement service providers, title companies. There are things we need to consider with respect to these parties. We need to understand the nature of the transaction, the coverage and calculations pertaining thereto. We need to obtain any information necessary to determine the risk associated with the vendor. If there are new disclosures, we need to be sure that the vendor actually understands and knows how to use those disclosures. If there are any software protocol updates, or any compliance protocol updates, or any quality control updates, or in fact any record-keeping update protocols, they have to be reviewed with these vendors to make sure that the vendor is putting those protocols into place. In many instances, you may need to negotiate new contracts. You certainly should be taking a look at existing contracts to make sure, as appropriate, that they meet TRID guidelines. The fourth step is identifying training needs. This is significant and this is critical because we can put in place a TRID program at a relatively high level throughout an organization, along with policies, procedures. But that does not mean that people know how to implement them along rank and file. So we need to identify the training needs. People that need to be trained and affected personnel include loan officers, processors, closers, the compliance personnel, quality control auditors, internal and external, others and any who accept applications on your behalf, and of course, the vendors themselves. This concludes the two-part series of planning for TRID implementation. Thank you for watching Compliance Matters. I'm Jonathan Foxx. We'll see you next week.
Lenders Compliance Group, founded by Jonathan Foxx, is the first and only full-service mortgage risk management firm specializing exclusively in outsourced mortgage compliance and offering a full suite of mortgage-related services for both banks and non-banks. Lenders Compliance Group is staffed by the industry's best team of subject matter experts who offer expertise in virtually all aspects of the industry. If you want to know more about today's topic or have additional compliance questions, get the best compliance support available by visiting Lenders Compliance Group online today.
Compliance Matters airs every Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time and can be viewed on MortgageNewsNetwork.com.
This is Mortgage News Network.